What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning in the right side of the map in the blue color, playing as Hades. His name is Nullus. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Poseidon. His name is Matreiuss. The map is Marsh, and yes, we do have a stock standard Greek war for y'all. This one is going to be interesting because normally when we see Greek wars, we see Zeus versus Hades or Zeus versus Poseidon. Very rarely do we get to see Poseidon versus Hades, which is interesting because they both have their own strengths and neither civilization can really stick it to the other civilization like Zeus can. Therefore, what happens in this matchup is very much up to the players and how they feel like they can get an advantage here. So late game wise, basically the advantage here for Poseidon is in the militia, and then late game wise with the Hades, the advantage is actually in the buildings, but not so much just the buildings. It's more in the advantages in the Gastrophyti, which end up actually being able to counter the militia to some degree, because you can actually, Hades is one of the few civilizations that can actually clean up side builds without having to worry that they're going to be losing all of their siege while they do it. It can be a very, very simple way to deal with the building spam of Poseidon is the Gastrophyti. But all that being said, there is then also the Hetyroi from the Poseidon player. If you can get in and start utilizing those to cause havoc on the opponent in the late game, can be very, very interesting. But we don't even know if we're going to make it there yet. Because it's a Greek war, you never know what's going to happen. I would assume that the best course of action on this map would be, in this matchup, would be a far second town center. It's very difficult, even though we are seeing Matreiuss actively scouting out a forward gold mine. It's very difficult to find huge amounts of advantage with a classical fight, a one town center classical fight. Very difficult to find advantages with that because of the sentinel threat. You just get sentinels, and then that going to defend the gold mine, and then watchtowers will also come through, and then potentially if things get really bad, crenellations comes through as well, and then the defensive player who's got the two town centers ends up coming out in front, so long as they don't die to a gold starve, and that's kind of what happens. So we'll see if Matreiuss is going to get baited into one town center situation here. Just simply on the fact that that's an exposed gold mine. He's still scouting around the map. He's only spotted kind of like this one gold mine here, but there's a gold mine over here. This is actually, of all of the maps, sort of one town center strategy could work. This marsh is definitely one of them, especially if Nullus goes for this back town center instead of the forward town center, because there's nothing on the back town center. This forest here restricts the ability to get this gold mine. This gold mine being exposed means that harassment can happen here. Very, very real harassment could happen here. And honestly, right now, why are they fighting each other? This just makes sense. Matreiuss should be scouting his opponent here. As soon as you see this gold mine, scouting out where all the other gold mines are and making a decision is really, really important. As we see the early Theseus coming through for Matreiuss, he might be going after the relics in the middle. Nullus, on the other hand, getting out his Ajax and going to be looking for his own relics as he does spot the Kythara of Apollo in the middle of the map. The Ketoskopos does get sniped down there by a villager. Nice play from Matreiuss to get that one to happen there. He actually hasn't spotted the relic in the middle of the map, so he will... Never lucky. Never lucky. He ran right there. He gets greeted by the Ajax. Wait, does the Ajax just simply win? Ajax is a Chad. He is a big... Look at him. Same HP. Oh, he's got more hack armor, less pierce armor. I see. So the Theseus actually loses in a one-on-one battle against the Ajax, but his survivability in the fights is much higher because you get the pierce armor. There you go. The more you know, the stronger you become. But Athena versus Hermes here. That is true. That is true. Ajax does have a huge shield. And I'm sneezing. Okay. So the Killer Apollo has come through. These villagers are going to be zooming over to this town center and running straight into their apparent death here. One villager down. Another villager in. Chiron Ajax coming in onto this location here. The Hippolyta is in as well, as we do see 1 Minotaur hack there onto the center before he's taken so much damage. This is a very bold move here from Nullus as Matreiuss. Is he getting himself a town center as well? Yes, he is. But he is putting all the pressure onto his opponent right now as the Ajax chases that centaur away. Another villager coming in onto this position here. The Hippolyta getting targeted down first as the Ajax is taking a lot of damage here. Trying to retreat back. We do see an attempted change of targets here as the Chiron immediately targets the centaur. Nice juking there from Matreiuss as the Chiron not actually able to get that damage down just yet, as we see a couple of shots coming through here onto the centaur. Does not actually manage to pick that one off. Well, actually, yes, he does. One centaur down. Ajax down, though, as the Theseus is sorely injured here as Hippolyta is trying to take down another villager. Nullus is going to attempt to make a break for it here as the Hippolyta does miss that final shot onto the villager, though I don't know if it would have quite killed her. It probably would have taken down to 1 HP. But that villager is going to be making a break for it. We see sentinels getting cast on this forward location as the villager is just going to retreat back home potentially here. As Matreiuss is literally searching for that villager. Where did it go? I don't know. Well, I know, but he doesn't know. Archery ranges, military academies coming down now for Nullus as Matreiuss is going stable. Archery range, no real surprise there as he is Greek. Now, I do feel like in this situation, you have to ask yourself, why are you building military units here? You've got yourself food that's pretty safe here. You've got all this food in your home base as well. I think that a very quick heroic age here is going to be very, very strong. The idea being for our Poseidon player, at the very least, if his opponent builds units, is you can just build a fortress on this location here and then start making Petropolis to take down these units with the help of Curse. Can be very, very strong here to get a big positional advantage on your opponent. But Matreiuss not going for that fast heroic. There is also fast mythics here that are equally strong, especially when you've got that food left in your base from the early game. But both players just going to be building units for the time being, trying to harass each other's economy as best as they can. We'll see what's going to happen here. This gold mine is still open, though, right in the middle of the map. This gold mine is still open, but Matreiuss hasn't thought to attack it. I mean, he knows it's there, but he doesn't want to make the move in there just yet. Population is 57 for Matreiuss, 47 for Nullus, so a slight lead there where that's concerned. We've got the double archery ranges down now for Nullus as he is taking this fight. There is the Sentinel to help out, but this army of Matreiuss seemingly just a little bit too strong for Nullus. He's got to pull back into his town center, and then we will see that movement here onto these villages who are all on the gold mine. This is going to hurt Nullus quite a bit. A couple of very low HP villagers here might actually end up going down, but the villagers get pulled very quickly. One of those Hades shades that comes for free does get picked off very quickly there. Ajax going to get targeted down very fast. We do see a restoration coming through for Nullus as he's realizing how important this location is for him. And the army of Matreiuss makes a cheeky break for it here as Nullus is 63 pop and Matreiuss is 79. So he does have a very, very large advantage on the military, but he isn't actually making use of it as well as one would expect here. Whereas I reckon Nullus has got some good upgrades here. He does have himself hand axe, he does have himself pickaxe, and Matreiuss on the other hand exactly has the same upgrades except plus husbandry. So everything looking up Matreiuss at this point, but it is a very, very small advantage if it is an advantage at all here in this game. There's more units coming through for Nullus. More, he's basically just making Toxotes here at this point. It's actually quite smart because like he doesn't want to fight in a way. There's no point. He can't really fight the the Hippocon army. So he's going to have a whole handful of Toxotes. He's going to get all of the food he needs to advance to the heroic age, and then he's going to be completely fine here whenever Matreiuss wants to move in. So we'll see exactly how this is going to go, as the army of Matreiuss here, he's just kind of checking out what his opponent's doing, but I feel like he could be a little bit more aggressive here. 87 pop for Nullus, Matreiuss at 98 pops. There's still that 10 population difference, and I think it's all military at this point. As we do see those medium upgrades through for Matreiuss, is going to be making his way in onto this location. Yet again, no low HP villagers on this gold mine. The Toxotes firing from the back here. Now, medium archers for Poseidon do roughly equal unupgraded Toxotes for the Hades, so there's no advantage where that's concerned, but the Hippocon are going to be doing a ton of damage here. That's why the villager pull, this is a very, very big fight here for Matreiuss to take, getting a whole bunch of kills. If he can actually pick these villagers off, that is. Lots of low HP villagers, the Hades Toxotes in the back doing so much damage, and now population-wise, Matreiuss drops to 80 pop to Nullus' 75 population. So while a whole bunch of villagers picked off there, that military advantage that Matreiuss had has been essentially traded for an economic advantage. So we'll see how he's going to go now with that. Nullus is almost able to advance to the next age. Matreiuss, on the other hand, he has got the food. He does not have the gold. Does he have himself shaft mine just yet? No, he does not, and he has started to throw down that armory. He can always cancel production here and get those upgrades through very, very fast. But Nullus is going to be clicking up first here, it seems, as the armory is on the way. One nice villager snipe there from Matreiuss, as Nullus is on the back foot. Matreiuss is so good at just getting those very small advantages in these games. We've seen another stable, or a first stable, coming through for Nullus now. I don't know if this is with the idea of making some prodromus maybe, but definitely those Hippocon are not going to be that much of a help in this game. So we'll see what he's going to try, as we do see Matreiuss still moving in, moving out, and seeing what he can do here. As Matreiuss now, he's still not able to advance, still a little bit far away, still producing all of the units here. He wants to go up to full population. Now, this might be a little bit too safe from Matreiuss, getting that full population. And he is going to decide to advance first, it seems, getting himself Spirited Charge. If you've ever listened to Pegasus Rush, you will probably agree with this, but I think Spirited Charge is maybe not that good of an upgrade. It's really expensive if you think about it. 25 favor effectively equals 250 resources. So you're paying 500 resources for 10% hack damage and the speed. Now, speed can be very good, but chances are it's not. Well, the difference would be what, like 200 resources worth of that would be in speed. Is it worth 200 resources for 10% speed? Arguably yes, but you could get many other upgrades instead of that. But we do see these Hippocon turning back in onto this position here, take down those Toxotes that are retreating back. So he does get a little bit of value there from that Spirited Charge regardless. And now Aphrodite coming through for Matreiuss. Nullus, on the other hand, he is already advanced, and he has also gone through Aphrodite himself, which I would say is a little bit of a surprise here, as we see that that Curse gets thrown down here onto this position. I wouldn't be surprised to see Matreiuss casting Curse straight away. There he goes. Curse going down. The player who retreats from this location definitely loses out on all the pigs, as they will go over to Matreiuss, it seems, if he's going to pull them back. We do see the Nemean Lion going to come in and help out a bunch here. As he's going to come in, maybe use that special ability. Not just yet. The pigs are all going to be coming back to Matreiuss. He's just living the dream here. He's going to eat like a king for quite some time. Get that barbecue out and just start roasting. That'll be some juicy pigs. 14. So you see the army's now going to be clashing here in the middle of the map. No heroes for either player, so it's going to be a difficult one, as Achilles does come through now for Nullus. Theseus is out for Matreiuss, but still no Hippolyta, nothing else here, as both players just spamming away at the units. The market up in the corner over here as well. As Nemean Lion trying to push back, but it looks like Matreiuss just going to retreat back. He does have himself the heavy Hippocon and all that other good stuff there. And that's going to be useful for the raids, but the walls are up now for Nullus. Now, one thing that is definitely well worth it, at least in the current meta, is getting stone walls. If you're actually walled up like this, getting stone walls gives you a lot of time, a lot of alert as to whether or not, well, it looks like he's not actually walled up here as the Hippocon make their way through the wall there, and Nullus is going to be very angry about that one, I'm sure. What was the point in setting up those walls if I just get raided anyways? Ah! Anyways, the fighting is continuing here as the Prodromus come through. They're going to scare off those Hippocon quite a lot as well. But right now, these heavy Hippocon here getting dealt with by the villagers. Shanking away, helping out with the hoplites. And Nullus lives another day. But Matreiuss right now is 3 town centers. So Matreiuss has got the town center advantage. He's going Artemis. And everything here is looking up Matreiuss, if I would have to say so. 3 town center advantage plus Mythic Age. Nullus a little bit slow on his Mythic Age. The thing is, though, he's against Hades. And while our Hades player here does not have himself any upgrades on his town center, no fortified town centers, no masons, the Earthquake is still against the Hades player. And there's still a ton of buildings around both town centers, it would seem. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Earthquake doesn't even kill a town center here in this situation. And Matreiuss still doesn't have himself up a fortress. So we'll see how it's all going to go, if he's going to make any serious impact here with this Artemis timing. I actually think that maybe a Fire Assist here would have been a little bit safer, but we'll see how it's going to go. And still, Nullus is taking these fights really, really nicely. He's got those Toxotes, and he's wedging them between the buildings beautifully, such that the Hippocon can't really get in onto the Toxotes. And the Toxotes DPS just keeps on keeping on here, while those Hippocon not doing so much. But right now, he did kind of mess that up, as Matreiuss manages to get a good fight here. And the Prodromus now fighting the wrong units as well, as we see heavy Toxotes coming through for Matreiuss to help him hold on here, as Nullus is going to be retreating back. There is the Artemis through for Matreiuss. Where is he going to be using it is the question. Nullus, on the other hand, he is going through Artemis himself. Still no upgrades on his town centers. Still only 2 town centers for him. Still not enough resources to get himself a 3rd town center. We've got villagers now sneaking forward onto these hippopotamus over here. Wouldn't be surprised to see any kind of like side build like initially already. There's the Earthquake coming in onto this position. Will the town center go down? Hades town center, I'm telling you, 320 2 HP, 0 upgrades on this town center. A whole bunch of buildings fall, but the town center does not. And that is absolutely huge for Nullus to hold on to that one. And no real way to continue pushing here because no siege. I mean, he should be thinking about repairing this one, but being very greedy in not repairing it. As you do see the Chimera Tyrant here with the upgraded Chimera coming through. Get a whole bunch of damage there onto those Toxotes. As there is Nullus's Earthquake onto this position, taking down a whole bunch of buildings, but giving Matreiuss a ton of militia. But while this goes on, Matreiuss loses his town center. The difference between the Hades town center and the Poseidon town center is apparent here, ladies and gentlemen. But Matreiuss is going to have so many militia here to hold, and there is still a ceasefire remaining for Matreiuss. As he does pull back, there is a Chimera out for Nullus. One lone Hippolyta, going to take a long time to deal with said Chimera. Those militia here, they are vast in number, but not in upgrades. They've got 0 upgrades in, no medium upgrades, no nothing. And there is the ceasefire from Matreiuss, as he realizes it's vitally important for him to get this town center back up. Getting all the upgrades he needs. Does he have a barracks? Yes, he does, but no upgrades coming through it. You'd think if you had 10 militia, is that it? 10 militia, 13 militia, it'd be worth it to start investing in medium hoplites, heavy, medium infantry, heavy infantry, and the likes. But not happening just yet. Not happening just yet. There's the town center up now for Matreiuss, as Nullus is also getting his own 3rd town center. So seemingly looking like we are entering a fairly equal late game situation here. Now, Matreiuss doesn't have a Chimera out, and we do have 2 Chimeras for Nullus. Oh, there's 1 Chimera for Matreiuss, and he's getting himself his Theseus as well. What Matreiuss desperately needs, though, is his heroes. He needs his heroes out because Nullus has his own heroes. We do see a nice special ability usage there. Oh, look at those dead units going down there from the Chimera. Just does so much damage. Both players sitting around 130 population, 145 for Nullus, actually. So he is full pop, and we see a beautifully placed fortress here for Nullus, recognizing this is a weakness and going to be acting on it with that fortress getting thrown down here. There is a weakness here for Matreiuss as well in this forest, but it's much, much less of a weakness than Nullus is. And there's also a cheeky dock here that could get snuck up and start siege shipping onto this town center. So too, maybe is this pond a weakness there for Nullus. We'll see if these players are going to recognize that or not. Matreiuss is seemingly struggling to get any production here because his farm transition is somewhat non-existent. This is very un-Matreiuss-like, if you ask me. He's got no farms. His food economy is absolutely dead. He does have that Polyphemus out, which is going to help out a ton. Oh my golly gosh. Did you see that? That's just so many dead units. I think we're mostly militia, a couple of champion Toxotes, but the Chimera just coming out in just absolutely disgustingly in order to get that damage done. As we see this Chimera here trying to help out as best as it can. The Polyphemus comes in, smacks 1 Chimera away here, as this damage that Nullus is able to do with these myth units is super apparent here. 1 Chimera down for Matreiuss, bringing another one back into the fight here. As the Polyphemus is attempting to chase these Chimera around and does indeed finish off another one, as the final Chimera of Nullus is seemingly falling here, and Matreiuss manages to hold on, but he is very, very low on resources here in terms of the food department, whereas Nullus is very, very low on resources in terms of everything. And we see the classic 20-minute Vault of Erebus grab from Nullus. The Vault of Erebus is a trickle, so it's really kind of just depends on when you get it as to how useful it actually is. You get it really early, you get more income, but if it slows down other stuff, it's not really worth it. But I had 100 wood, 5 favor. That's a pretty good technology. It's a pretty good technology to grab. Matreiuss pushes forward, misses. Oh wait, that did not use the special ability at all there, it seems. Thought it was going to be a huge damage to the Toxotes. You see the Heliopoli starting to move forward. We do have some side builds coming down by Matreiuss. We'll see if he's going to attempt to make some Hetairoi here to try and take this town center down. He's got fortified town centers, but no masons or anything else. The village is moving forward here for Matreiuss. Might be wanting to try and take down the Heliopolis. Town center getting repaired. We still don't have masons or anything else coming through. Atlanta getting trained out. The Polyphemus going to be enough to push back. We've got some medium hoplites through for Matreiuss, as the Prodromus wandering forward here to try and deal with those Hippoconus. They do manage to do so. And now we've got that Perseus here ready to start helping out. Now Perseus is arguably one of the most useless Mythic Age heroes that the Greeks have access to in terms of fighting, but he's not, you basically don't want to use him in a fight. You just want to leave him back. When myth units come in, you bring forward and you start picking off those units for free. Alternatively, you can kind of be like a Son of Osiris in that your opponent just sees him and wants to take him down, so you can easy micro the Perseus away. But it's just a lot of resources for a unit that doesn't do all too much. It's sad. As opposed to the Polyphemus and Bellerophon. You can't have everything. You can't have super buildings, super archers, and superheroes, right? Right? And these buildings here from Matreiuss still coming down, but he's so short on the resources. His farm situation really hasn't sorted out. He's still only got 12 farmers here. There's a fortress attempting to come up. Obviously, if he gets this up and then it goes down straight away, that's actually a good thing because he immediately gets a whole bunch of militia, but he's not able to get it up just yet. So much gold in the bank. It would be worth it to buy some food at this point for Matreiuss to continue getting out some more high value units. food-based units, but he's just not able to, as this Chimera still in here does end up falling, as the Heliopoli still pushing forward. This fortress is still going to be staying alive, as there is an attempt from Matreiuss to take it down with his own Heliopoli, but he's just not able to do it. And the town center getting awfully close to falling here. Still no masons, still no architects for Matreiuss, as he's trying to juggle his villages here, but he's just not able to continue getting the repair up. And Nullus takes the town center down. Matreiuss back down onto 2 town centers, and he is in a very difficult position now, even with his apparently like close score here in this game. Nullus is full pop. Matreiuss is at 100 pops. There's a 60 population difference here at this point. And it's seemingly looking like the villagers are simply just going to move forward for Nullus, get this town center up as soon as they can. As there they go. And they get that town center going down. And now Matreiuss, he's going to have to figure out a way to get this town. He could go for the dock here. This town center up is not necessarily game over, but it is a tough position to get back here. And I do think that Matreiuss, just without enough farms down at this point, it's going to be tough to hold on. There is a world where going 12 farms, the rest on wood and gold, and going for like mass Heliopoli is actually an option. But you do really want to get out, like if you want to go for those mass Heliopoli, you want to get out all your heroes, of which I mean at least Poseidon doesn't really need food for his heroes because he's got the Atlanta, he's got the Polyphemus, he's got the Hippolyta. But you do want to get out some of those hoplites to kind of tank against cavalry units that are moving in to kill off your Heliopoli. But we didn't really see Matreiuss able to actually set up that wood economy like he liked, like he might have wanted to make a whole bunch of Heliopoli in here. And in the end, Nullus just managed to push forward. A really, really interesting game, because I thought that Matreiuss had such a firm grasp on this game, having the 3 town center advantage, having the earlier Mythic age, but the Hades town center just held that earthquake. Not losing that town center there for Nullus was actually really, really big. So big, in fact, that it makes me wonder whether or not Artemis is even viable against Hades, and maybe it's better to go Hephaestus every time with Poseidon, just on the fact that that extra 10 population and economy, those cheaper armory upgrades, and simply put, you're just trying to get to your own late game and outplay your opponent rather than win with a timing attack, which is also an outplayer, mind you, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So it might be better to just go for that. But a very interesting game here. Nice play from Nullus, and a almost well-played game from Matreiuss, but not well-played enough as Nullus gets the dub. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you are on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.